The Chinese are now the top foreign buyers of domestic properties in the U.S. We'll have more on that story, as well as new trends in home appliances and some fun tips for your Halloween. Keep it right here. Your real estate news starts now. Thank you for watching the Real Estate News. I'm your host, Stacey Hansen. Let's take a look at your headlines. The Chinese are now the top foreign buyers of domestic properties in the U.S., according to the National Association of Realtors. And nearly half of those buyers are paying cash. 46% of Chinese buyers paid cash for their U.S. homes this year, according to RealtyTrack. That's 229% over what it was a decade ago. RealtyTrack says foreign cash buyers are helping to accelerate U.S. home price appreciation, and recent instability in China's economy has been driving even more buyers to the U.S. While the California market has seen a lot of the action, Illinois has been a hot spot for purchasing activity by Chinese homebuyers as well. Purchases in Illinois represent about 4% of all purchases made by Chinese buyers in the U.S. Recent consumer demands for energy efficiency and smart homes are shaping the future of home appliances. Clean Slate reports that appliance companies are accommodating the demand for greener homes by producing more Energy Star appliances. They can use up to 50% less energy than their older counterparts. Energy-efficient LED light bulbs are popping up in appliances now, too. They consume only a fraction of the energy of incandescent bulbs. The smart home trend is holding true for appliances, too. For example, the new smart ovens can be remotely controlled, allowing you to cook dinner from work. As far as finishes, stainless steel is still popular, but other trends are emerging. A big one is called white ice. It's white mirrored glass with silver accents. It's a very modern look. Well, Zillow has released its annual Trick or Treat Index, ranking the 20 best cities for kids to get their Halloween candy this year. Milwaukee, Wisconsin ranks number 4 in the country for trick-or-treating, according to the website. Chicago ranks 6th, and the top city was San Francisco. Zillow considers these to be the safest cities to trick-or-treat in, and they're also where a kid can get the best candy in the least amount of time. To compile the list, they looked at where houses are placed closest together, as well as median home value, crime statistics, and the largest segments of population under the age of 15. Zillow even ranked neighborhoods specifically within the winning cities. In Milwaukee, the Upper East Side, Murray Hill, and Fernwood should be the best spots for trick-or-treating this year. In other Halloween fun, Trulia has launched a new feature that shows where you're most likely to find zombies, ghosts, and vampires. The Unnatural Hazards map is here for just the month of October and is just in good fun. It uses local data to determine your risk based on your proximity to cemeteries, hospitals, and blood banks. They also factored in which cities have the most congestion and the lowest density of hardware stores. As far as where zombies are most likely to thrive in the U.S., Chicago came in as 11th in the nation, so you might want to watch your step in that area this Halloween. To check out how your neighborhood ranks, head over to Trulia's Maps page, search for your city, then click on the Unnatural Hazards option. Have fun and be safe out there this Halloween. Stay tuned, we'll have more coming up right after this. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Kirsten Goggin from Century 21. Welcome back, Kirsten. We missed you last week.
Thanks. You know, I am happy to be back to work, but I still can't even believe I did this, but I was swimming with lemon sharks. Here I am petting a lemon shark, and then tiger sharks as well. Crazy, awesome experience.
Wow.
Tiger Beach in the Bahamas, but it's good to be back because it is busy, busy, busy.
Wow, that sounds amazing, and you seem to still be intact, no shark bites.
I still have all my limbs. We're good.
That's good to know. I'm sure it was a paradise. So you've got a new property. Can you tell me about that?
Absolutely. So this one I am incredibly excited about. Just listed. It is 4313 Grosbeak Glen, and this is in the town of Windsor. So we have those low town of Windsor taxes, DeForest School District. And this is especially rare little gem because it's just under a half acre. But the thing that's so cool about it is it's on a quiet cul-de-sac, and then it also backs up to green space, and there's a pond. They're currently developing it right now. So it's kind of an empty field, but it's going to be this beautifully beautifully maintained green space and pond, and no neighbors to the back, and nice quiet front area. For families would make sense because it does have 6 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms, and it's just shy of 3,800 square feet. So it is a newer home, great shape. Everything has been upgraded or is a standard upgrade feature, like the hickory flooring is gorgeous. There's cherry cabinetry in the kitchen. There's granite not only in the kitchen, but all of the bathrooms. There's tile flooring. No detail was left unaddressed or upgraded. Tray ceilings, vaulted ceilings. Master's huge with a walk-in closet, double sinks, jetted soaking tub, separate shower. I mean, I could probably go on and on and on about this property, but it's going to go quickly, I believe. So make sure you get in touch with me to get a showing, or get a hold of your buyer's agent to get through there before it's gone. Listed at $399,900.
That sounds great. Now, you also offer an app for a buyer to search the MLS, right?
Yes, home scouting report. And this is pretty huge. I know that a lot of buyers out there can go on the MLS, and there's a few big names for kind of similar thing where you get your password protected account or whatever, and you log in and can look at all the properties in the MLS. But what's special about this app is we don't sell your information. So when you go on and look at those other sites, then your information gets sold, and you get a million phone calls from a bunch of different realtors and a bunch of different lenders. But even more importantly than that is the accuracy. It's the only direct MLS access secondary site. So I've been told by buyers that they get informed a full day or more sooner about a new property or a price reduction. And when it's a hot property and it's listed right, that can make all the difference. It can be gone before you even hear about it if you're not either getting listings directly from an agent or have a direct MLS access site like this one. So home scouting report. Go right to your app store on your Android or your iPhone, and you will need a VIP code, which is 2121. Make sure you put your email and phone number. Again, we don't sell that, but Nissa might be getting in touch with you with Fairway just to see if you have any questions and talk to you about your price range, make sure you're pre-approved. And then I, of course, can follow up and help you get into those properties that you're wanting to see.
That sounds like a great app to start using right away. Well, thanks so much. It was wonderful as always to talk to you today, Kirsten.
Thank you.
And stay tuned. We'll have more coming up right after this. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Jan Patrick Hogan. He's the market president at River Valley Bank. Welcome, Jan. So nice to have you here.
Thank you.
So now River Valley Bank is new to the Madison area. So could you share a little background information on it with us?
Yes, I'd love to. River Valley is new in the Madison area. We're located in Middleton, near Ruth Chris. We built a new building, a financial center in Middleton. However, we're not new to Wisconsin. We have 15 total banks in the state of Wisconsin. We are a community bank, and our headquarters are located in Wisconsin. So we're well known in the central and northern parts of Wisconsin, and we also have some offices in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And we're very excited to be into the southern part of the state of Wisconsin.
Now, being previously unknown in this area, what are some of the challenges and opportunities that come along with that?
Well, certainly the challenges are creating a brand for River Valley Bank. And as I said earlier, we're well known in other areas of the state, but not in the southern part of the state. So it's our bank team's job to brand River Valley as a terrific community bank that offers great financial services to southern Wisconsin. We, some of the challenges are assembling an excellent banking team, which we've been fortunate enough to do that. And we have great banks in the Madison area, so the competition is good. But obviously, Madison area is an excellent growth market as far as financials go.
Now, you are a 33-year community banking veteran, I understand. I bet you've seen a lot of changes over your career.
Yeah, 33 years is an awful long time, and things have changed a lot. Probably the biggest change is at one time we had 20,000 banks in the United States. We're down to around 7,000 banks. However, community banks and the banking industry in general holds over $14 trillion of assets, which is the highest amount of dollars ever held as far as assets go. And we're just super excited to be a part of the Madison area. Other changes that have transpired in my career is obviously technology has changed a great deal. The convenience to the customer has grown with online banking. There was a day that bank by mail was a popular convenience item for delivering services, but today we have 10 or 11 delivery devices in the banking world to make things a little bit easier for the customer and more convenient.
It is amazing how much has changed in really such a short amount of time. Well, thanks so much for stopping by today, Jan. It was wonderful to meet you.
It was very nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
Sure, and you stay tuned. We'll have more coming up right after this. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Ryan Smith. He's the branch manager at Waterstone Mortgage and one of our news partners. Welcome back, Ryan. It's nice to have you here again.
Hi, Stacy. Thanks for having me back.
Sure. Now, could you give our viewers a recommendation about how much do people need to put down for a down payment these days?
Yeah, so the reality is recent studies show that 81% of renters still believe that you need a 20% down payment, and that simply isn't the case. There are many opportunities for lower down payment loans than that.
Now, you offer some programs that don't require that 20% down, correct?
Yes, we do. At Waterstone, we specialize in having a broad array of product offerings. So in the low down payment arena, we have a 3% down conventional mortgage. We do FHA loans, which are 3.5% down. We also offer WIDA mortgage, which is a state of Wisconsin specific program. That's also a 3% program. And then we do USDA home loans and VA home loans, which are no money down.
Could you elaborate on the VA loan for veterans?
Yeah, sure. The VA loan is one of our favorite loan programs from the standpoint of it's our way of giving back to veterans. And what we found that many veterans are not aware of their eligibility. And the reality is that many of them qualify for up to 100% financing, which would be a no money down mortgage for them.
That's a wonderful thing to offer. Now, last time you also talked about a Community Champions program as well. Could you explain that again?
Yeah, so that's a program that Waterstone has rolled out recently. If you work with a participating realtor, we offer a discount to anyone that works in education, the medical field, police, fire, and veterans as well. And what we're offering is up to a $1,000 discount off of their closing cost, simply to give back to the community and those civic workers.
That's a wonderful thing to offer to those people that have given so much themselves. Now, how does somebody qualify for this?
Simply contact me. You can reach me at 608-234-5117. What we would do is basically discuss what their line of work is and then connect them with a participating realtor.
Now, can the program be used on a refinance transaction?
It can, yes. In many cases it can, yep.
So what makes Waterstone Mortgage unique?
Yeah, Stacy, that's a great question. I think what makes Waterstone Mortgage unique, first and foremost, is that we are a Wisconsin-based mortgage company. We are a wholly owned company of Waterstone Bank, which is based in Waukesha. And they provide the financial backing for our mortgage company. We do lend in over 30 states. We specialize here, obviously, in Wisconsin, out of our Madison location. But more than anything, we have a wide product offering. Some banks or lending institutions may offer one or two or three loan products that are in the marketplace, and we feel that we offer almost all of them. Our bank also provides us with what's called a portfolio loan program. In case a client or their situation does not meet conventional guidelines, our bank will lend their own money in many cases, and that provides us with a huge advantage in the marketplace.
Well, that sounds great. Thanks so much for stopping by again today, Ryan.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And you stay tuned. We'll have more coming up right after this. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Bobby Brandt. She's a real estate agent at Castle Rock Realty. Welcome, Bobby. It's nice to have you here.
Thanks for having me, Stacy.
So I wanted to ask you, can a buyer look at a home with just any agent or just the listing agent? How does that work exactly?
That's a really good question. A lot of people get very confused on that. Buyers, what they don't realize is that if they see a house listed by one realtor and they're working with a different realtor with a different company, they think they have to call the company that's listing the property, and that's actually not the case. They can continue to work with the realtor that they've started working with and stay with that realtor on any house that's on the market, which the advantage of doing that is a buyer gets to stay with one agent that is working on their behalf through the whole process.
So how important when you're looking for a realtor is that realtor's experience, would you say?
Extremely important, especially when you're dealing with listing your home. Many issues come up with listing your home as far as buyer financing, which you think as a seller you wouldn't have to deal with things like that. But many times a seller has to kind of sit back and be patient and wait for the realtor to work through the financing issues with the buyer's lender that may be going on, work through home inspection issues. And the advantage of working with an experienced realtor is that they have come up upon this many times. So if they can just stick with a realtor that is experienced, that will lead them through the process and kind of be patient and take a back seat. And that's hard as a seller, but if they can just kind of sit there and wait for the realtor to do their job and do their behind the scenes, it's less stressful on a seller to let that realtor do that.
Makes sense. Now, what about whether the agent is full or part-time? Do you think that matters?
It makes a big difference. Dealing with a part-time agent is a little bit difficult because they might be at their full-time job during the day and only doing this at night. The problem in dealing with that is many of the other people that are involved in a real estate transaction, as far as lenders, attorneys, title companies, those people are only working during the daytime hours. So if that agent isn't getting to those people until night, they're not around, so problems don't get solved during the day.
Good point. What would you tell buyers about getting pre-approved before they start looking? Something they should do or not necessary?
Very important. Many people actually are surprised that they can go up to as high of a dollar figure that they're qualified for, and sometimes they're not prepared to go that high, but it's nice to know what their price point is and where they should be and what they feel comfortable with. So it's really important that they get that done before they even start looking at homes.
Lots of good information today, Bobby. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thanks again for having me, Stacy.
Sure, and you stay tuned. We'll have more coming up right after this. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Becky Anderson. She's the owner and manager of Tresta on the Water. Welcome back, Becky.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back here.
Yes, absolutely. Wonderful to have you. So remind us again where you're located.
We're on 320 West Broadway in Monona, which is between Monona Drive and the Southtown exit off the Beltline. We're right on the water, and we have a 123-unit apartment building with a restaurant, which is right on the water also, and other amenities, many amenities.
So what services do you offer there?
We have a on-site management and a concierge service, which is a little different than most apartment buildings have. So we have, you walk in and it's kind of like a hotel. You have a concierge desk where we will take packages for the residents, we'll take their dry cleaning. We have only one person that does dry cleaning. It's kind of a lost thing anymore. And give them directions. We will even make restaurant reservations or anything for a person like that. And we have a little cafe. There's a gaming room where people can do online gaming. There's a community room where you can reserve and have either a business meeting or just a get-together. We had some guys that did fantasy football there. And then we have like 4 TVs, and they can just come and hang out.
Now tell us about your outdoor space, because you're right there on the water. What do you have in that respect?
The building is Y-shaped, so in the knuckle of that Y is our outdoor patio with many chairs, and we have 2 outside grilling stations, and we're pet friendly, so the residents that have pets can take their dogs out there, and a lot of the dogs get to know each other and they play and have a great time. There's water views from or courtyard or lagoon. There's a view from almost every apartment that we have.
And you have a fire pit there too, right?
Yes, I forgot about that. Yes, we have a fire pit. And then up on the 4th floor, we have a rooftop seating area where it's for the residents. We could rent it along with the executive suite, which is a short-term rental for a destination wedding or something short-term like that. But it's mainly for the residents. They can go up there and play cards, just hang out with their friends or neighbors, or lounge in the sun. It's really nice, and you've got a really nice view from the water there.
Now, what about fitness and recreation? You have some things there too, right?
Right. We don't have a fitness center like some of the bigger buildings have. We have what you call fitness on demand. So you can pick out what you want to do. If you want to do Pilates, you plug in that on the demand. It comes up on the screen. You get an instructor that helps you go through it. Now, along with that, our retail space, we have 4. 2 now are rented, and 1 is to a fitness trainer. So you can combine the 2 with the fitness trainer and the fitness on demand. And the other retail is a yoga instructor. So, and of course we're right close to bike trails. You can, Rutabaga's right next door, so you can rent a kayak, or a lot of our residents have their own kayaks which they can store in the underground parking area.
And you're pet friendly as well. I saw you have a self-service pet spa too.
Right, that is the cutest thing you'd ever want to see. You walk in and there's steps for them to walk up into the bath area with a big long hose, and then you can take them over to the table, and there's a blow dryer over there to dry them off. And we had one gal that her dog got messed himself up in his cage, and she took him down there and hosed him off, and it's really cute.
Oh, what a fun thing to have. Well, thanks so much for stepping by again today, Becky. It was wonderful to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, and you stay tuned. We'll have more coming up right after this. From all of us here, I want to thank our guests for stopping by and all of you for tuning in to your real estate news. I'm Stacey Hansen. We'll see you next time.